Gentleman just back from college, as he'll do the announcing for today.
Court, the winner of this game will be playing at. Bestman to jump. Cooper wins it, but goes over to Collins. Collins holding. Goes over to Joe Clark. There's no 45-second clock. Oh, and a good hands there by number 11, Brian Weinstein.
Yeah, good defense by Scarsdale. New Rochelle is having trouble finding an open shot. They're looking for Young, but he is being guarded right now very tightly by Scarsdale defense.
New Rochelle not in a rush. Hits.
Good play by Joe Collins. He had a man in his face, was still able to get the shot off. 2-0 New Rochelle. The Huguenots draw first blood.
That's exactly what Scarsdale wanted, for Collins to shoot on an outside shot. Could have been feed inside to Jordan. Cooper to Jordan. Pretty play.
Very uncharacteristic of the Scarsdale team. They might want to change their game plan and surprise the Huguenots. They're usually a slowdown team, but that was a pretty fast break play.
Ball gives it to Young. Young, the captain of this team, going to take it to the hole and is fouled. That's what Rasan Young does so nicely. He looks, he sees an opening, he drives to the hole, and usually gets fouled.
Well, except for the Mount Vernon game, this has to be one of the biggest crowds the Huguenots have had this season. They've opened up the stands on both sides of the court, and they're pretty filled up. As Scarsdale, close city, and a lot of the fans came out to see their team play here, as this might be the last game of the season for either team, as Young has 2 shots.
And he hits. We've said many times this year, the key to a winning team is making the foul shots.
Yeah, these little intangibles, that's what counts. All little things add up to big things, and you make those foul shots like Young, they'll add up to a lot of points, and it could mean the difference in a game.
New Rochelle going to man, and sort of like a half-court press. Oh, the ball kicks out. Ali has it. Good pass inside to Clark, and he gets away with the steps.
What a play by Joe Clark, as he was wide open. Omar Lee was able to find him, as Scarsdale comes right back. Blocked by Terrence Bestman, but the foul is called. The Huguenot fans are into this game. It's going to be an exciting one.
New Rochelle winning 6-2 with 6:11 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Fans still piling in.
We'd like to thank our cameramen at this point, Danny Cavany on main camera and Sharif Greenidge on remote camera, as Jordan makes the first of 2.
Jordan, 6'1", 163. He is a senior. And he hits. Clark controlling the ball, bringing it up. Bestman gives inside to Ali. Connects.
Good play by Bestman and Ali. Ali, under pressure by the Scarsdale defense, was able to get the ball, turn around, and make the shot.
They give it over to Knopp. Too high for Weinstein. as the ball trickles into the crowd.
Scarsdale, they don't look like themselves. They're trying to speed things up and confuse New Rochelle. Looks as though they're only confusing themselves as they throw the ball out of bounds. Huguenots have to keep attacking and build up a lead.
Clark tries to go glass. Bestman with the rebound. He gives it back inside to Ali. Ali back out to Collins. And Young controls. He's going to shoot from 3, short. Oh, and Joe Clark tried to do that old throw the ball off the knee action, but it bounced back and hit him before it went out.
Yeah, good thinking by Clark. It could have gone either way, but the ref called it for Scarsdale, much to the crowd's dismay. And the score now 8-4, New Rochelle in the lead.
Actually, total attendance, you had to split it 50-50 for New Rochelle and Scarsdale.
Yeah, as I said, they're close by, and you know, the school's let out. It's a Friday afternoon, and
see right there, New Rochelle, they put 3 men on Knopp. That means 2 men had to be open.
Yep, right there, Scarsdale executed the double team. New Rochelle put on them perfectly as the crowd comes to life.
They give to Collins, and it is Scarsdale's ball.
It looks as though someone with the painted face of maroon and white walked in for Scarsdale, and that's what the fans were reacting to. Weinstein to inbound now for Scarsdale.
One thing these Scarsdale fans don't lack is excitement, because they have a lot of it. As Jordan goes to the hole and Joe Clark draws a foul.
Good call by the ref as Joe Clark stood his ground and Jordan just bowled right over him. He got the call he wanted, and just great defense by Joe Clark. 8-6, New Rochelle in the lead.
Just a smart play by Joe Clark, and he's been doing that all year.
Yeah, Joe Clark has been a smart player as well as exciting, as he already has had a great play in this game that got the crowd into it.
Clark off the dribble. It's good.
Clark getting the lucky roll right there as the rims were friendly to him. So it's now 10-6.
Weinstein controls as he brings it across half court. As you see Joe Clark playing defense with his feet, which as many coaches say, don't play with your hands, play with your feet.
And your hands. You always want to keep your hands up as Cooper is trapped.
Inside to Cooper. It's good.
As the Scarsdale crowd erupts as Cooper turns around, all net for Cooper as it's 10-8 now, New Rochelle.
(10-8), New Rochelle on top. Young rejected. Bestman puts it up and in.
That play right there might be the key to the game. New Rochelle's offensive rebounding. Bestman was right there after Young's missed to put it in for 2. Scarsdale doesn't have that kind of rebounding as Siegel misses, and the ball goes out of bounds for New Rochelle.
Minutes remaining here in the first quarter. They give inside to Collins. Pulls up, goes glass.
It looks as though the Huguenots came here to play, as Collins has just been hitting shot after shot. 14-8 now, New Rochelle in the lead. Both teams have extra emotion put into this.
And Jordan tried with the pass. Sorry to cut you off. Went off of Cooper's knee, and it will be New Rochelle's ball.
As Scarsdale and New Rochelle both know this could be their last game, and they're putting that extra spirit into it.
Oh, good feed inside to Young. Up and around. Unbelievable. Rashawn Young.
Great athletic ability by Young as he went underneath the rim and was able to come around for a reverse. And Cooper was right in his face trying to stop him. Good pressure by New Rochelle. Siegel's trap.
Oh, we give it to Weinstein to Cooper. Pulls up. Jordan gives it over to Knopp. One thing Scarsdale can't do is not let this game go to their mind. You know, they've lost twice. Maybe it's a mental block.
And the Huguenots can't
travel. No, it's a call on Young.
the Huguenots can't be too overconfident saying I beat Scarsdale twice and we can beat them again. Scarsdale is a very tough team, and it's going to be a good game as it's 16-8 still.
Well, as you know, in high school sports or any kind of sports, sometimes if you lose a few times it's a mental block and you just don't play well.
Definitely, and you should know as the baseball season coming around, and you have experience at the varsity level.
Oh, and a good steal there by Bestman. And the foul will be called on number 3, Todd Aaron. As they said, he put a little extra effort into that one.
Yeah, Todd Aaron started grabbing on Bestman, and then he fell down to make it look like he got the foul on him. But the ref was right there. Good play by the ref, and that's something we haven't seen in a while. Both of these refs so far have been making good calls. And now New Rochelle has the ball once again. Inside to Young.
No good. And the foul will be on Bestman.
They call the foul on New Rochelle. Scarsdale will be taking out number 3, Todd Aaron. First sub of the game as number 4, Adam Garf, comes in, replacing number 32, Brian Jordan.
Siegel bringing the ball up court. He could go coast. Oh, get it out. Don't come in New Rochelle's area with that ball, as he was rejected.
Looked as though that was Joe Collins on the rejection, but still Scarsdale ball as the ball went out.
1:14 remaining here in the first quarter. New Rochelle on top, 16-8. Aaron controlling the ball. He's over to Cooper. He's going to be strong. Ali tried to draw the charge there. As Coach Jack Kaminer is calling for motion on his team.
Looks so Scarsdale as Cooper goes up. Bestman with the rebound. New Rochelle looking to run. It looks so Scarsdale went back to their old offense of passing it around, quick short passes, and not going for a shot until they have the perfect shot. But right there, they weren't able to get any shots off.
Young controlling. We have 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Young looking at the clock, 20 seconds remaining. Young going to the hole, good pass inside to Bestman, rejected. But it will be New Rochelle's ball.
Good block by Cooper as Bestman was going in off a great pass by Young. Cooper at the last minute stopped him in midair. But as you said, New Rochelle ball is Collins inbound, 13 seconds left for New Rochelle. Young gets...
Oh, beautiful, sorry to interrupt you. Young puts it up and in, 8 seconds on the clock, 7 seconds on the clock. Siegel has it, 3 seconds on the clock. And that is the quarter. So after one, New Rochelle on top 18-8. When you come back, you'll be watching Cable 36, New Rochelle's basketball station. Here at the high school.
And just to update you, first round of the playoffs, the Huguenots beat the Roosevelt Indians 87-62. Well-balanced scoring attack as Young was the high man again with 19, but a lot of the Huguenots were in double figures.
Even side to Cooper, stolen by Collins. Joe Collins bringing the ball up court. He give inside to Ali, turnaround jumper, no good. Can he get his own rebound? No. Scramble for it. It's going to be a jump ball, I believe. Was that a jump ball?
Yeah, the ref saw that a dangerous situation might occur as the two players were fighting for it, and he didn't want any fighting to break out. Immediately calls the jump ball. New Rochelle gets the possession as Young loses control, and it's Scarsdale ball.
If you just joined us, folks, this is they call it a playoff game if you want to, but winner goes on to move on in the section tournament. Loser packs the bags, goes home, goes back to the books.
Yep, and some of these players, I don't know if they're on the baseball team or not. I believe Joe Collins is, so he'll have something to look forward to after this as Jordan pulls up air ball.
Good feed inside to Bestman. Gives it back to Ali, to Clark. Now New Rochelle will set up the offense. A lot of movement, and that's what you're looking for here. To give inside to Young, goes up, no good. And Cooper going down court to Siegel, could go all the way.
Siegel was just down court. Bestman couldn't do anything about it. He got behind him and he just couldn't catch up, decided not to do a flagrant foul. New Rochelle just loses the ball, throwing it out of bounds, and all of a sudden the momentum's turning. 18-10 now, New Rochelle in the lead. Scarsdale ball.
Like we said many times in the past, momentum plays a large part in high school sports. And if you have momentum towards the end of the game, usually you come out a winner.
Yeah, and right now the momentum in the first quarter was for New Rochelle. This quarter it looks as though Scarsdale's gaining it from the onset, as Siegel has it.
Oh, good steal by Ali. Ali goes in between the legs. And no, there was a foul on the ground. Jordan with the hold.
Ali, the big man for New Rochelle, getting the steal, showing his dribbling ability, but then was fouled. It's a non-shooting foul, so Joe Collins will inbound for the Huguenots as Adam Garf comes back in, replacing Brian Jordan. New Rochelle is yet to make a sub.
They called Young with 3 seconds.
And the Scarsdale fans were rather happy to see that. Maybe they're a little jealous of Young, the so-called superstar of the Huguenots. He, I believe, finished second in the leading scorers with an average of 24.3 points a game, only behind a player from Harvey who had more games than Young, so obviously had more points.
Also, that guy from Harvey played against the students of the blind community, which was a school, and they played against them, so little joke there, okay? You didn't get it?
I wasn't paying attention.
And Cooper lays it up and in. Well, my jokes can't work all the time.
Only sometimes, but as long as you have a winning percentage over 500, that's all that counts. Clark gets stopped, but it looks as though they're calling the foul on Scarsdale. Both refs agree. Actually, on Weinstein.
Yeah, ironically, I finished up second in the Cable 36 poll for jokes, and Young finished second in scoring, so I don't know.
Oh, who came in first then for jokes?
So, some guy from John Jay High School. They've been having a TV studio up there for about 20 years, so I guess the jokes just accumulate. He had more games than me, though.
You wouldn't happen to know where Mark Lerman finished in that?
Mark Lerman, I believe he was disqualified because I believe I recall from one football game he didn't want to do an imitation. And that just disqualifies you from the joke category.
Well, Mark, during the hockey games, he just throws out joke after joke, so...
it's a comeback, but it's no avail.
Yeah, it's a shame to see that he was disqualified because of his actions at the football game. As Joe Clark will get another shot.
Well, we have 5:37 remaining. 19-12. As Knob gets hit in the head. And the crowd is going nuts here. And Knob controls. Herschel up 19-12.
As Mr. Scarano just came over, was telling me how he's excited that the fans came out to support the team. As Siegel misses, New Rochelle fighting for the rebound.
And Siegel will recover. Siegel pulls up. He's short. Young on the fast break. He's going to slow it up. As they get it going. Joe Clark, unbelievable! Unbelievable! Joe Clark. Scarsdale can't control. Joe Clark single-handedly faked out not only me, but the Scarsdale team.
Joe Clark, he has to be nicknamed Mr. Excitement, as that's what he brings to his Huguenot team. The fans just love it as they're going crazy over there on the other side. Capacity crowd here on both sides of the court. 21-12, 4:56 remaining in the second quarter.
Matt Hartar checks in for Joe Clark as he needs a breather. 21-12, Herschel on top here. 4:46 remaining here in the second quarter. They give over to Hartar. Hartar inside the Bestman. Hartar tries to give it back to Ali to no avail. Siegel gives over to Cooper. Down to Weinstein. He's going to slow things up. What was Mr. Scrannell saying?
Well, we're doing a project for him on the sports program and how it's related with the TV studio. And we're going to be presenting it at the Board of Education meeting on March 3rd. And he wanted to know if I was able to put a shot of this big crowd in, because we don't have any shots of big crowds on footage, and this is just a great opportunity to put that in and show the fans.
So you're going to do that?
Yeah, maybe halftime or the next time out, Danny Kameny, our cameraman, he can pan across the crowd and put a shot of that up. As Danny getting a little cold maybe. No, he just wants a seat. As you saw him in the pregame in only boxers, that's what he's still wearing. And
Put on the shirt and tie though.
Yes, he put on the shirt and tie, so he looks professional halfway.
Seagull! He flew like a seagull right there. I had to say it.
I knew you were going to say that. It's now 21-14, 3:40 remaining in the second quarter. As Bestman dishes to Young.
And Young short, gets his own rebound, is fouled. And Cooper with the foul there. Young, a good second effort.
Once again, a good game by the refs is they're taking control of the game. They're not letting the players take control.
But they have a good medium, though. They're letting the players play to a certain extent.
But they're not letting the players change their minds, or the coaches. When they make their call, they make the call right, and they don't change their mind. That's good to see, as we've seen some refs change their mind after our coach complains or something.
Haughton just checked in, looking for his first points of the game. To Young. Oh, and a good save there. And Jordan, Weinstein up to Cooper. And he was out of bounds.
As Cooper almost ran right into the brick wall, as Joe Clark subs back in for Matt Haughton. He was stopped by one of the New Rochelle fans from running into the wall, but he stepped out of bounds before he threw it back in. New Rochelle ball. Both teams are in the bonus, so any foul will result in shooting.
Ali gives the Bestman, goes up, and it's a jump ball. It will be Scarsdale's ball. That is 21-14. New Rochelle is on top with 3:08 remaining here in the second quarter.
As Weinstein is bringing it up for Scarsdale. Slight pressure by New Rochelle as Cooper's trying to make a pick. Young applying the pressure and doing it well. Scarsdale took a lot of time bringing the ball up court.
Scarsdale's offense today looks very sloppy, to say the very least.
Definitely. A lot of passes thrown out of bounds, out of control, and it shows. They only have 14 points.
New Rochelle scoring on a 3-to-2 ratio.
Very good math right there as Danny Jackson, the mathematician. Scarsdale puts it up, no good. Clark with the rebound over to Young. As I don't know if you know this, but during the hockey games we give you a call and you supply our stats for us. As Young, what a play by Young as he drove the lane, able to hit.
Young looking good on that play as he went up and over Scarsdale's team. As Jack Kaminer needs a TO, Johnny, with 2:13 remaining here in the second quarter of play. As Danny Kameny doing a great job along with Sharif
Greenwich doing a great job on remote camera. The capacity crowd once again as
me and you assess that since they opened up the left and right side, that it is actually bigger than the Mount Vernon game.
Yeah, we don't have the attendance figures yet. As
go into this.
Well, I'll just give a little summary. Danny, member of the varsity baseball team, getting his physical done today, and doctor came late, so Danny just had to run straight from his physical, and he wasn't able to bring his clothes with him, so he's just in boxers, and he was able to get the tie on.
Little comedy. Nap. Nope. And New Rochelle comes out with it.
Scarsdale just could not find the hole right there as 3 shots in a row just bounced around the top of the rim, didn't fall. New Rochelle got the rebound.
To give over to Clark. Joe Clark, travel. Michael Jordan often gets called with that traveling, a little stutter step.
sometimes it's just so fast because the player is so fast that the refs don't realize that it's not a travel, and they'll make the call a little hastily. As 1:40 remaining in the first half, 23-14, New Rochelle in the lead.
Oh, good hands there by Young, but it kicks right out to Knopp. Inside to Cooper, it's good. 23-16, Scarsdale cuts the lead to 7.
Bestman has it over to Collins as the Scarsdale fans come to life as they're chanting defense.
I think it should really be offense. They should be chanting here. Because the Scarsdale offense has just not got started. Young looking. Gives inside to Bestman, kicks off his foot. Joe Clark looking. Feeds over. Stolen by Jordan. And a great block by Joe Clark. Unbelievable.
Joe Clark, not the tallest player on the court, but showing his leaping ability as he came all the way back, was able to stop him with the rejection.
I have never witnessed anything like that in my lifetime. Siegel, he answers.
And now the fans are just deafening as we could barely hear ourselves talk. 23-18, Scarsdale making a comeback with 21 seconds left.
I was talking to Jim O'Toole last night. I asked him if he thought New Rochelle was going to win. He said, and quote, "It's hard to win 3 in a row."
That is very true. It's always hard. You see in football, 3 in a row, it's hard to win if you have to play someone in the playoffs. Here comes Clark. Dishes off.
Inside to Young. To Ali, no good. And that is the half here from Daniel P. O'Brien Gymnasium. Huguenots ahead, 23-19. And, 23-18. And when we come back, maybe a little halftime show. While he was giving me the blood pressure test, I saw the Cable 36 camera entering the room, and I think that has something to do with it. As we get back to action here, Omar Ali gives it over to Bestman. Folks, if you just tuned in, we got a whole second half here of high school basketball as our son Young puts it up and in. Good pass over to Siegel. Can't get it off. Cooper with the rebound. To no avail. They give it up to Joe Clark. Clark goes left, pulls up, good inside to Young. It's good.
Good passing by the Huguenots as Clark saw Young, but waited until the right moment. He could have passed it too soon and Young would have been rejected. He waited till the last second. Young was able to get the shot off.
Siegel has the ball. As the Scarsdale Raiders fans start getting into it, let's go Raiders, let's go Raiders. Scarsdale looking for the open man to get off a good shot. They give inside to Cooper, backdoor to Siegel, no good. Cooper, no good. Ali with the rebound, up to Bestman. He's gonna slow things down. Young, no good. And they say Ali was called with the foul there, with a push.
Loose ball foul on Ali. He was pushing around for the rebound, and Weinstein will now inbound for Scarsdale. 27-18, 6.5 to go in the third quarter.
Not bringing the ball up. Gives it over to Weinstein. Weinstein goes in, gives it into Cooper. New Rochelle's ball.
Scarsdale once again having problems with who to pass to. They look confused out there, and they shouldn't be that way in the second round of the Section 1 playoffs. As the ball went out of bounds, and it's New Rochelle's once again. Good defense as Siegel almost gets a turnover.
When you play aggressive defense, either A could happen or B could happen. A, you get a steal and a fast break and a score, or B, you get burnt. As Young goes up, and that's right there, aggressive defense, they let Young slip behind him, and he puts it up and in for the 2.
Good point, as Young right there showed what you were saying perfectly as he just slipped around the defense and got the easy layup.
And Joe Clark trying to draw the charge. Ali gives it back to Young. Nat Harris telling his troops to move it as he likes the fast pace. And New Rochelle showed here in the second half as Cooper steals the ball. Gives it over to Siegel. Siegel inside to Jordan. It's good.
Good passing by Scarsdale as they waited for the right man to get the ball. Jordan putting it in for the easy layup. Good steal also by Stephen Cooper as he started that play.
Bestman in and out. They give it up to Knopp. Knopp to Jordan, and they can't come up with it.
Once again, Scarsdale sloppy passing, and that might be what's going to hurt them this game. As New Rochelle gets a timeout.
I don't know why. But yeah, there is 5:07 left. New Rochelle, the pace was in favor of New Rochelle.
Yeah, the pace was, but $1 to get in. And they have a couple hundred.
There's not even any door prizes.
No door prizes, but well over into the thousands in attendance.
Young gives it back to Clark. Clark over to Collins. Collins to Bestman. They swing it back to Clark. Inside to Ali. (29-20), New Rochelle on top here. 4:33 remaining here in the third quarter. Bestman. He's over to Collins. Now this is where the Scarsdale defense starts to get impatient and try to make the big play as Ali goes up. No good. Bestman with the rebound. Ali can't put it up. Bestman can't put it up. Ripped out. And Weinstein with a good hustle. And jump ball, it will be Scarsdale's ball.
Good rebounding by the Huguenots. They just weren't able to get anything to fall. Jump ball, and it's in favor of Scarsdale as they'll inbound.
Four minutes remaining here in the third quarter. 29-20, New Rochelle on top. Knopp goes it over to Jordan, inside to Cooper. It's good.
As Cooper comes alive, and so do the Scarsdale fans. 29-22, New Rochelle only up by 7. And they're seeing their lead slowly dwindle as Young has it.
Up and in. Reverse layup, reverses the hands. Everything perfect there. Scarsdale has to take it one basket at a time.
Yeah, they have to get at least even with New Rochelle before they can start becoming fancy. Right now they have to take it easy and just get the shot that's open for them as they're looking for it right now. And there goes Siegel.
And he hits off the little fadeaway there. And it will be New Rochelle's ball.
As some of the New Rochelle fans grab onto the ball. As there's so many people in the stands right now that some of them have to sit on the floor of the gym.
It's funny. The crowd here in New Rochelle is larger than any other crowd so far, and how ironic that it will be the last home game for New Rochelle. Young goes up and in, beautiful.
Well, let's hope that it sets a precedence for next year, so a lot more fans will come and see this exciting team.
Well, hopefully, Jay, me and you have, as Siegel hits and the crowd goes nuts, hopefully me and you and everyone who helped us out over the year in Cable 36 bringing basketball to the community has not only helped our future, but also the community and the basketball team.
Definitely. I believe this is the first full season that the Huguenots are covered. Travel is called, and Joe Clark cannot believe it as Scarsdale is loving it. 33-27, Scarsdale's right back in this.
Siegel bringing the ball up court. Trying to give inside, and a good steal there by Ali. Ali gives it over to Joe Clark. Collins, in and out. Ali, no good, is fouled.
Great offensive rebounding by Omar Ali. And he's just excited about that as he gets the foul call on him, and he'll be able to get some shots right now. He couldn't get the layup to go, but at least he got the foul as number 3, Todd Aaron, comes in for Scarsdale, replacing number 11, Brian Weinstein, and now coming in number 34, Chris Hodgkins, replacing Stephen Cooper. The crowd getting into it, trying to distract Ali. And he felt the effects right there as he missed the first one. He'll get one more.
He hits the second. 34-27, Nershaw on top by 7. 1:44 remaining in the third, and a foul will be called on Omar Ali.
They call a foul on Ali. Scarsdale will take the ball out right in front of us, in front of the scoring table. Ali upset. He thought he had all ball there, but Siegel will now inbound.
As Knapp calls play number 2, whatever that means. Give it over to Siegel. Siegel pulls up. He hits!
Siegel is just going crazy right now with his shot selection. That was a 3-pointer, I believe. Oh, actually a 2-pointer they're calling it, but it was just a crazy shot, and he was lucky that fell. If his coach was Mr. Harris, he would be in trouble for taking crazy shots like that.
That is what they call a low percentage shot. You do not make that shot often. But maybe the luck was with him as Young goes up and is fouled. 59 ticks remaining here in the third quarter. Nershaw on top by 5, 34-29.
Well, the man at the foul line now is the one the Huguenots want to get started again. He has to take control of this game as Scarsdale's trying to get back into it. They'll have 2 shots right here to try and increase the lead.
Jay, was I dreaming or did I see Eric Lubitz here before?
Yeah, Eric Lubitz was here before. Maybe he's still here sitting in the crowd somewhere. But Cable 3 is just covering the game for their news show, Cable 3 News. Not to be confused with Neuro News, which will be back on the air eventually. We don't know when. And
well, Kelly Mazzella is sitting in the crowd. We got me as the weatherman, you as the anchor. And where's Mark Lerman for sports?
I don't know. I'll go over and talk with Kelly because that's the problem. She switched out of the class because she has another class to take.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Knapp hits. And they cut the lead to 4, slowly but surely. And they give it side to Ali. It's good.
Ali gets the easy layup. That's what New Rochelle needed. 37-31. This game has turned it up a notch.
Scarsdale has to play for the last shot here. 22 seconds on the clock. Seven seconds on the clock. Siegel, he hits. 1 second, and that's a quarter. And folks, we have a battle on our hands. Join with Jason Goklang. And folks, I am not lying. Fasten those seatbelts. Let's get ready to rumble. Button down the hatches. I don't know, tape up the windows. There might be a hurricane coming.
Well, you said all the phrases. There's nothing more for me to say. Little Army stuff in there, getting ready to go into the Army after graduation.
Ali with a travel. I do not believe it. Folks, if you just joined us, don't even watch it. Go home, wait until you see it from the beginning because you don't want to miss it. This game has just been great. You know, it's like watching a movie at the end. It spoils the whole game.
Yeah, and this game, we don't know what the finish will be yet, but it sure will be exciting as both teams are playing their hearts out. 37-33, New Rochelle hanging on to a lead, Scarsdale fighting back.
At one point in the third quarter, New Rochelle was up by 11. Scarsdale's cut it to 4. Check that, they cut it to 2.
And this Scarsdale team is on fire as they're getting a standing ovation from their crowd. And Coach Harris might look for a timeout here to regroup the Huguenots as Collins is controlling.
They give inside to Ali. Back out to Young. Puts it up and in.
The fans were looking for the foul. Young did not get the call. Omar Ali there with the offensive rebound. Collins steals it for New Rochelle. All of a sudden the momentum has turned.
They say Clark was fouled while he was passing it.
Yeah, they called the foul before he took a shot. So New Rochelle will just inbound it. Collins will do that. Huguenots up by 4, 39-35, and they want to get their lead back up.
6:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter of action. New Rochelle on top by 4, 39-35. And Joe Clark hits.
Joe Clark has suddenly found his stroke as he just nails one long range. 41-35 now. Inside, a good save there by Siegel. As Clark is out to Aaron. Aaron goes up and in. The crowd is going nuts. Nice passing by Cooper, gets it over to Aaron. Aaron able to hit. 41-37 now as Collins having trouble bringing it up.
Oh, good steal there by Siegel. Bestman recovers. Gives inside to Young, aggressive defense. Young with a good move, no good. Knapp with the rebound, crowd going nuts, and he is fouled. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Scarsdale crowd, as Danny Camedy, I don't know, he's just trying to catch his nap. He thinks they're on the West Coast time.
Yeah, he was getting a shot of the foul while Danny's talking about the fans, as they're chanting, "Let's go Raiders." 41-37, Jordan bringing it up.
Knapp goes over to Siegel from 3. He hits! He hits! He hits! Unbelievable! They cut it to 1. Parental discretion is advised as they get a TO, and the crowd is going nuts. I don't believe it.
The crowd is going absolutely wild. 1-point game now. It's New Rochelle. Looked as though they had it in hand. Siegel in the end of the first half and this whole second half has found his stroke. He's hitting from anywhere. It's a three-pointer, a layup. He just found it and he is scoring. And he's a scoring machine as Scarsdale has come right back. 5 minutes and 1 second left in the fourth quarter. This is going to determine the season for both teams.
I was not lying when I said man your battle stations, and also I was not lying when I said parental discretion is advised. And the Scarsdale cheerleaders trying to do something, but it's just like, it's a seesaw battle. You know, New Rochelle is booing, Scarsdale is cheering. One man stands out in that Scarsdale crowd, Jason Claiborne. You might remember him from the football team. He's wearing his purple, and he's standing directly almost in the middle of the crowd. And hopefully he has some bodyguards or something, because I would not want to be in the middle of a large hostile crowd like that.
I don't think he needs bodyguards. He's big enough to take care of himself. Also, Jason's on the track team, I believe is a shot putter. And he's taking time out from practice to come and watch this.
5-second call.
They called the travel. Looks as though Collins, 3 seconds. We don't know what they called, but he moved past half court, and you're not allowed to do that. 41-40, Scarsdale looking to take the first lead of the game, I believe.
They give it side to Cooper. Cooper with a good move. To Aaron, he's short. Nurshell's ball. It looked like he choked on the bone on that play.
Yep, he wasn't able to hit. Classic example of choking. As they call the foul on Aaron, as they were trying to put some pressure on Clark.
4:44 remaining here in the fourth. 41-40. Nurshell is on top. Collins inbound, gives it to Young. I was watching on Sports Center the other night. Some college near Mardi Gras in New Orleans, they were losing, and in the last few seconds, there was something called Mardi Gras beans, and they actually threw about 1,000 pounds of beans onto the court, and there was a technical call. And it will be Scarsdale's ball. I just hope Nurshell doesn't have any Mardi Gras beans today.
You have to hope not, as Siegel inbounds. The scores remain 41-40 for quite some time. 4:20 left in the fourth quarter.
Aaron gives it to Jordan. Inside to Siegel. To Cooper. They take the lead. 42-41. Momentum, we said it before.
Scarsdale has it now. New Rochelle must get it back.
No shot on the ground. Getting back to what you were saying.
Right now, the man who just had the ball and got the foul called on him, Rason Young, must step it up a notch and take control of this team. He's the captain, he's their leading scorer, and he has to turn this momentum in New Rochelle's favor.
Scarsdale with the steal. Gives it up to Aaron. Gives to Siegel, I don't believe it. Scarsdale goes up by 3. 3:39 remaining. Young. 3, call with the foul on the ground.
Right now, every call is crucial as the refs are taking control, calling no shot. With this little time left, 3:35, any call that happens will mean a whole lot as Scarsdale gets a timeout. They're up by 3. We have a ball.
No, this is not Madison Square Garden. This is Daniel P. O'Brien Gymnasium. Just a reality check. But this game is do or die. They give it over to Clark. Clark to Young. Young to the hole. He's pinned. Bestman. No good. Cooper with the rebound. And Bestman with good hands there.
Time is becoming a factor here. 3:21. New Rochelle has to get back in this, only down by 3, but they can't let Scarsdale, who has the ball now, score again.
Scarsdale will try to use the clock. To Siegel. And 1.
Siegel has just taken control of this game. New Rochelle can't figure out how to stop him. He gets the shot and the foul. Chance to make a 3-point play. Coach Harris is ecstatic right now at what happened to his team. And 46-41 now.
Coach Harris just asked how many timeouts he has left. 2.
He has to figure out when to use them wisely with only 2 left. 3-point play, 47-41, Scarsdale by 6.
Now Scarsdale will drop back and give New Rochelle the outside shot. They don't want to let anything get indoors. Young. No good. Bestman is fouled. And he has to hit these foul shots.
The New Rochelle fans looking for the foul. No foul called. They're letting some contact go. But Terrence Bestman will get 2 shots now. 2:39 remaining in the game and in the season for one of these teams. And also, Danny, we forgot to mention, if New Rochelle does lose, this might be your last game broadcasting for Cable 36.
It actually will be the last game, but hopefully maybe I'll be a guest commentator while you guys do some baseball games.
Well, right now I have the opportunity, in case this is the last game, I'd like to say it's been a pleasure working with you. Mark and I would like to thank you for helping us out when we first started. And once again, we hope you can come back next year and join us for guest commentary. Bestman misses on the second. Siegel with the rebound.
Bestman missed 2. Good pass to Aaron. He can't connect. As Young, he has to turn it up a notch. Young with a good move. It's in, I don't believe it. Young spinning, cutting, doing everything and anything he could. A key miss there by Aaron.
He did exactly what you said. Step it up a notch as he goes for the steal. That play was of all-star calibers. He was spinning and made the shot. 47-43, New Rochelle down by 4. 2 minutes remaining. Scarsdale has the ball. Both sides of fans are into it. New Rochelle chanting defense. Scarsdale just chanting, let's go Raiders.
I saw that. I didn't want to say anything. Joe Clark with the push.
And we'll have to see if Siegel will be getting foul shots. No, it looks as though they're just going to be taking the ball out of bounds. Weinstein coming back in, substituting for Aaron.
Aaron missed a clutch layup a few moments ago. As they foul, Knopp.
And we have to see now if they go to the line. Foul again on Clark.
New Rochelle is not known for holding leads. They usually give it up in the 3rd, but always come back in the 4th. I guess it's just bad timing today.
Yeah, very bad timing, as they better start playing some basketball in these last 2 minutes. Otherwise, their season will be over. Timeout, Scarsdale. Siegel had trouble inbounder.
And they have to give it back to Weinstein. Weinstein gives it to Jordan. Jordan to Knopp, 1:38 remaining. Good backdoor. He's out. He was out. And a big play right there. Jordan couldn't come up with the ball.
Jordan had an easy shot. He just couldn't control it. New Rochelle ball. That could be a key play as New Rochelle gets it back. 120. They're down by 4.
The crowd is on their feet. They give it inside to Young. Young goes up. No good. Bestman. He is. I don't believe it. He is. As I had to bust it out. As I got my little pom-pom, New Rochelle High School style.
What offensive rebounding by Bestman as he tries for the steal right now. That could be another key play. New Rochelle down by 2, 49 seconds left. No 24-second clock. Scarsdale can hold it as long as they want.
You're going to have to foul somebody. 40 seconds left. .33 seconds left. .22 seconds left. He is fouled. I don't believe it. If he hits 2, we could be through. If he hits 1, we need a big gun.
And you're a poet and you don't know it. As right now, a lot of pressure on number 24, Ryan Knopp. As New Rochelle fans thinking he's going to hit both, but you never know. He could miss. If he misses one, makes the other, New Rochelle needs a 3-pointer to tie. If he makes both, New Rochelle's in trouble.
misses. He misses. 19 seconds left. 17 seconds left. Joe Clark gives to Collins. Collins to Bestman. 12 seconds left. Young. Inside to Bestman. Nurshell's ball. Nurshell's ball. Mark. 5 seconds left. They're down by 2 and it's a TO. It's a TO.
Danny, keep your pants on as he's going crazy. 5 seconds left. Scarsdale takes a timeout. New Rochelle.
Hey, let me just say something. If they set up for a three-pointer, I will drop the mic if they make it and storm the field. I don't care, pants or no pants.
As New Rochelle right now has to inbound it, take a quick shot. They can't get blocked.
Hoosiers, picket fence. Ring a bell?
Yeah, and I remember Trent Tucker, New York Knicks, 1/10 of a second left, and he inbounded, made a shot. Now they've changed the rule. You can't do it with only 1/10 of a second. New Rochelle has to look for that sort of play.
Well, do you go for 2 or do you go for the 3?
I go for 2 for New Rochelle. They have to get the tie before they get the win. They get the tie, go into overtime, and then try for the win.
Scarsdale's in a catch-22. You don't want to give up the shot, but you don't want to foul.
Definitely. It's going to be interesting who the Huguenots give the ball to. One of their better shooters, Matt Hawtaw, has not played so far, except in the first half. He's not in there. I have to look for either Young, Collins, or Clark to take the shot.
And I don't believe it. And they said to Joe Collins, if a man is not open, get a TO. Crowd on their feet. New Rochelle down by 2. 5 seconds remaining. One second ticked off the clock. They tried it like sort of an alley-oop.
They tried that before, setting up Young, but Cooper was in there to break it up.
They give it side to Ali. It looks like Scarsdale will win.
Well, there's 1 second. Let's see who the arrow's in favor of. It looks as though it's in favor of New Rochelle. We're going to have to see. They might have one more chance.
Well, was the arrow in favor of New Rochelle?
Right now it is, so it looks as though New Rochelle will get the ball back. They're resetting the clock, I believe, to 1 second.
And if this happens, they're going to, I don't know what to say here. But whose ball is it? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, now they're giving it to Scarsdale. That's it for the Huguenots.
Well, if the steal on the inbound, they're running the clock down. I don't know how many seconds are on the clock. Probably 2 or 1.
2 or 1.
The only hope is to steal on the inbound and to chuck up a prayer.
This has been an incredible comeback by Scarsdale. Both teams played their hearts out, and Scarsdale will be going on to the County Center. Our basketball season's over. Once again, it's been fun working with you, Danny. Good luck in whatever you do in the future.
Thanks a lot. You guys have been great this year. And I know next year as Joe Clark and Knopp start getting into a scuffle, as that's the last thing I think the Scarsdale want to do right here.
Two seconds on the clock.
1 second.
Now 1 second.
They throw deep. No one touched it. No one touched it. No one touched it. No one touched it. No one touched the ball. They have 1 second left. I don't believe it. Folks, they threw the ball, and New Rochelle will get the inbound at their own hoop. I don't believe it. New Rochelle still has a chance. They threw an inbound that no one touched. No seconds off the clock. New Rochelle gets the ball where they inbounded. I don't believe it. They got to call TO. I don't believe it. And it is standing room only. Folks, if my blood pressure was high before, I think they better call 911.
And now New Rochelle has to just inbound, take a shot. They might go for that alley-oop with Young again. but if Scarsdale's smart, they'll put Stephen Cooper, their big man, on Young, so that'll prevent that. They're going to have to set up a pick, and either Collins, Young, or Clark will go for an outside shot. Scarsdale's not going to give him anything inside.
Nothing inside. They're running the clock down. Folks, this is the most exciting basketball game I've ever witnessed.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I've seen some that were better, but this is the first game we've broadcasted that's come down to the last second. Literally. The lucky boxers, as one young fan says, as he's referring to Danny Jackson's boxers. 1 second left. This is for the playoffs. This is for who's going into the round.
They're talking to Young and they're talking to Clark. I guess they're saying if Young isn't open, go to Clark. So that's number 10 is Clark, number 15 is Young.
I believe New Rochelle has no more timeouts, so if they have trouble inbounding it, it's all over.
The clock does not start until someone touches it. As they had one more timeout. I think that's the last.
Yeah, that must be their last. Some of the Scarsdale fans thought like I and said New Rochelle had no more timeouts. Now, if they don't get the ball in bounds on this next time, Danny's heart is racing. His high blood pressure, as you're listening to it now, his high blood pressure is going off the charts as New Rochelle has 1 second. Greg Foster, we haven't mentioned his name, he hasn't played. Not a lot of substitutions for New Rochelle. They've stuck with their starting lineup most of this game.
I just want to say one thing. Excuse me, Jay. If New Rochelle somehow hits this shot, I think this tape, people will be calling, the phone will not stop ringing to get this tape for home use.
Yeah, definitely. This will be one of the most popular tapes in the New Rochelle videotape archives. A lot of Andy Galeese tapes are popular, but this one might go right to the top of the rental charts as it goes up. The refs are into it, the teams are into it, the crowd is into it, we're into it. 1 second, New Rochelle down by 2. Joe Collins inbound, New Rochelle, no more timeouts.
Joe Clark. Oh, no good. Scarsdale wins. Scarsdale wins. As we are seeing the Scarsdale fans sort of storming New Rochelle's home. They came, they saw, they won.
That they did, as they're showing their excitement now. New Rochelle fans are just in disbelief and in shock, along with the New Rochelle Huguenots. And has to be very demoralizing for them as they have to look to next season. Last game for Omar Ali. I believe Terrence Bestman is a senior. And
this game is just, you know, they say when you are in grief, it's best to be with friends. And over this weekend, you know, hopefully there'll be a lot of parties and get-togethers to talk about this loss for New Rochelle.
Yeah, as running off the seniors, Mashawn Rice, his last game, Terrence Bestman, Matt Hauta, Omar Ali, Billy Whitfield, and I believe that's all the seniors. New Rochelle will have a strong nucleus for next season. So I guess we'll take a commercial now, come back a little post-game once all this chaos clears up.
Remember, you're watching Cable 36, New Rochelle's basketball station.